the 109th AstoundCast for you guys. Of course, we have Roxanne with us once again, as we do for pretty much every single one of these.
I'm still locked here doing the same thing over and over. I have no choice in this matter.
Well, there's your semi-weekly Roxanne intro. Sorry these AstoundCasts have been a bit erratic at the moment. My health has been up and down like high. It's been ridiculous.
Well, we're glad you're back, and by we, I mean everyone else that is watching. And myself, obviously.
And I'm going to see if I can do this 2 weeks in a row. I hope.
Now, don't push your luck here.
Yeah, I know. I've probably just jinxed myself big time.
Probably.
But we'll see.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah, hopefully. Anyway, how has your week been?
I managed to get into Brighton like 3 times in 1 week.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah, because school trips are still a thing.
Oh, yeah.
So we had a trip to a museum on the Thursday.
Nice.
We had a trip to Waterstones on the Wednesday. And then because I didn't go to another bookshop the same day on the Wednesday because it's absolutely pouring it down, with a friend of mine on the Friday, we ended up going to the second bookshop we needed to then.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, I've got a lot of book stories now.
Fair enough.
How is your week been? Come on. Now.
For the most part, not too bad.
Yeah.
Finally had my nerve blocker appointment on Wednesday. Didn't actually have the nerve blockers because we're not going to try those just yet. I was an hour late due to, one, there was a truck crash. And as well, there was just a load of traffic as a result of that, so I was like an hour late to the appointment. Absolute disaster. And coming from appointments, I found out a couple of things.
Oh, right.
A couple of days ago, I tried ibuprofen gel on my shunt tube, see if that would relieve the pain. Just made the skin tighter.
Oh.
And then last night, I tried Deep Relief, which is ibuprofen gel and menthol. Yeah, it turns out I'm allergic.
To which part?
I don't know, but as soon as I put it on, and I mean instantly, my skin turned bright red and burned like a forest fire.
Right, Cam, you know this gender reveal thing isn't really supposed to work like that.
But yeah, no, it sucked.
Well, no, it burned, but yeah, we know what you mean.
But, like, it really, really, really hurt.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even have time to wash it off of my hands after putting it on.
That bad.
It was instant.
Damn.
Yeah. In fact, my neck is still a little bit red.
Yikes.
Thankfully, I didn't have any, major issues like anaphylactic shock, but...
I'm glad.
Yeah, it hurt pretty bad. But yeah, I'm okay now, just a little bit of red skin still.
Yeah, just as long as you take care. Have another bath at some point, just to make sure that it's completely washed off.
And never, ever, ever touch that stuff again.
And never, ever touch that stuff again, unless you want to do a really weird revenge ploy with somebody.
I mean, I don't see how that would help.
You can just say that they ended up touching you and you're allergic to that person.
Yeah, fair point.
Very convoluted, but it could work.
It works. So yeah, other than that, though, I've had a pretty decent week, really. I actually went somewhere for the first time on Friday. And considering how close I live to it, it's actually kind of surprising that it's the first time.
Where'd you go?
Kirk Castle.
I'm sorry, you haven't been there?
I know!
What the hell?
I know!
Cam, what are you doing with your life?
I don't know! Yeah, no, I went to Kirk Castle on Friday, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, because you're currently going through childhood nostalgia as an adult instead, but you never had it.
Yeah. And in addition to going there, while we were there, we also went to this new place there called the Mindful Meadow.
Ooh, okay, I haven't
Which
seen that one.
the flowers haven't actually sprung yet, but they're due to this year, I think. But while I was there as well, I also had another experience that you would think that I would have had a long time ago, but didn't.
Okay, what have you done?
I made s'mores.
Okay, to be fair, I've been wanting to make s'mores for a while.
1,000,000% recommend.
Well, yeah, it's marshmallows, chocolate, and crackers.
Yeah. Although I did something. Although when I had them, it was a little bit different.
Uh-huh.
We did the marshmallows,
Yeah.
but we had two options:
Uh-huh.
either plain digestives or hobnobs.
Okay.
And I went with the hobnobs because they are chocolate on. So I thought, no, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it semi properly.
More chocolate.
And then I made up for never having them by having three.
Fair enough. You have now beaten my record of not having any.
We also had hot chocolate as well, so that was really good.
Oh, come on, that sounds nice.
Also, I just want to say it was very strangely warm there.
Really? Felt more like March, April.
I must say April, May.
Damn.
It was like 13, 14 degrees. Yeah. And then after we went there, I also went to the Mila Hospital to do some planting, actually.
All right.
Yeah, for the new Cam's garden that's being installed there. um, that was really good. Managed to throw a few bulbs into the ground, very narrowly missing a few of my friends.
Now, Cam, what
Like,
have we said? Get your aim right.
yeah, I'll admit that was one particularly close call, and I thought, oh, no, 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 no. That one was going in slow motion.
Oh boy.
I was just like, no, thank God, because it just missed. Yeah. But nah, to be honest, it was a really good day on Friday. Did I get dirty as hell? Absolutely.
But was it worth it?
Kind of a day out that I've needed for a while.
To be fair, I'm glad you managed to get out and do that because you've been cooped up for a long time, and now you've been able to at least stretch your arms.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a really good day, to be honest. Yeah, I was just surprised by how warm it was.
Well, let's hope that that's going to be the theme for the next couple of
Well, it is due to be like again April, May levels of warm until like Thursday.
Okay, that ain't so bad. I can deal with that.
And then the only issue I'm having with the weather at the moment is the temperatures at night.
Oh boy.
Because we're facing like 10, 11 degrees at night.
Yeah.
Nah, that is way too warm for this time of year. Mm-mm.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so I'm kind of looking forward to it cooling down again, but it was nice on Friday while I was out.
Right.
Because, well, as you know, Chirk Castle is on a bit of a hill, and I was expecting it to be absolutely freezing.
Yeah, of course, but then it turned out to be quite warm.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised, to say the least. But yeah, week has ultimately not been too bad, really. So yeah, shall we move on to this week's motorsport section?
Yep, we might as well.
All right. As we all know, F1 car reveal week has wrapped up now, and all 10 cars have been unveiled.
Yay!
And I still don't know which my favorite livery is.
Right.
Like, very much divide them up into a few tiers.
Mm-hmm.
The ones I'd say that were okay are definitely McLaren, Alpine, Aston Martin, and Red Bull. Now, the reason I put those four down there is because McLaren and Alpine do have a lot of carbon fiber black on them.
Right.
And the reason I've put Aston Martin and Red Bull down in that category as well is because they have changed practically nothing from last year. Yeah, so yeah, that's why those are down there. In the pretty decent tier, I'd have to put oh. Okay. I'd probably put in the pretty decent tier the Visa Cash App RB. Yeah, I still can't get used to that name. The Williams, because there is just it's mainly all blue.
Can't go wrong with that.
But at least it isn't all black, so that's a win. And oh, Haas,
House?
because they've added a bit more black onto their car this year, but there is still a hell of a lot of whites.
Just need to tone down that white a little bit more.
Yeah, but as for the top tier, I'd say my top three would have to be well, the Mercedes looks really good. I like that a lot. It reminds me of the old McLaren West liveries from like the mid 2000s, so 2003, 2004, 5 era. The Ferrari, which oh my god, wow, and the Stake F1 scene car,
Ooh.
which by the way, they might have a bit of a problem.
What kind of problem?
Well, there's a slight issue with Stake themselves because it turns out they don't actually have a casino license in Switzerland, and you'll never guess where the team is based.
Switzerland?
Bingo!
Oh boy.
So right now, Sauber is being sued by the Federal Casino Commission.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so that car may not remain the same for very long. Oh,
Oof.
yeah, it's not good. Not good at all, really.
Doesn't sound it, but at least.
It looks good while we've got it. I just don't know how long we're going to have it for.
Yeah. Sorry about that for a second. My laptop decided that it wanted to put like a really weird black bar over it, and I thought that I genuinely screwed over my screen.
Oh, uh-oh.
I put it to sleep and brought it back on because it kept resetting the stream.
Okay.
Going on here? I've updated you today. I've done some
Um,
disinfecting, cleaning, and
Huh. Okay. So yeah, that's how I'd kind of rank all the liveries from this year. Um, like that Ferrari one. If I did have to pick a favorite, it would probably be the Ferrari. Like
nice.
it does look really good. I like the red, and I like how much they've used because, unlike most teams this year who have taken a lot of their paint off, again, looking at you, Alpine, Ferrari have added more on.
And it looks good.
Yeah. And I especially like the yellow and white stripes that they've added onto the car as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, it did look really nice. And of course, I wonder how the livery's going to look next year for the arrival of Lewis Hamilton.
Ah, yeah, of course.
That's obviously a very big thing that happened a couple of weeks ago. Like, hold on, have we had a stream since that happened?
I think that just cursed our stream.
Yeah. Oh, we have a comment. What are you actually making there, Roxanne?
Oh, I'm making a blanket. So currently it looks kind of like a scarf at the moment, but
Ah.
I'm making a blanket out of it.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, it's currently about this, but I'm trying to add more to it. It's about 150 sort of stitches across. So it's just
Whoa.
trying to make it thicker. And yeah, so it just keeps going up.
Oh, okay. Um,
Goal is to make something nice and toasty for next Christmas.
fair enough.
Keep 'em
But
busy.
yeah, hopping back to the Lewis Hamilton thing, like he announced, well, it was announced on the 1st of February that he'd be going, and we've definitely had one since then, haven't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have touched on that. Yeah, so I am wondering how Livery's going to look next year because obviously 44 has been a number that we've not seen on another car for a very long time. Come to think about it, it's been on the Mercedes because, put it this way, Lewis Hamilton joined Mercedes before the drivers could pick their own racing numbers.
Yeah.
Like, it used to be a case of you were given whatever number came with the car.
Right.
But then a few years ago, F1 said, you know what? Choose your own and it'll follow you whichever team you go to.
Which is which is pretty solid advice, to be fair.
Yeah, and a pretty nice idea because it makes it a bit consistent for the driver as well. Because they've they've really started to put it into their branding.
Yeah.
Like Lewis Hamilton, his Extreme E team, which is no longer a thing actually because Extreme E is changing, is before whatever was on the car, he'd have to change that every time he changed team, for example.
Yeah.
But thankfully, they don't have to do that anymore. Um,
Right.
yeah, if I had to pick a favourite livery of this year, it would almost definitely be the Ferrari because I just like the look of it. It's a really nice looking car.
To be fair, how you described it, it does sound it.
Yeah. Um. Anyway, moving on to actually some NASCAR news very quick because
You know.
it seems that the Daytona 500 is gonna be postponed.
Oh, okay. How come?
Rain,
Rain?
a lot of rain, and that would turn the track into an ice rink.
You know what? No, that's very much fair enough. We don't
Yeah,
necessarily want to risk that.
yeah. So it looks as if the Daytona 500 has been delayed, as well as the NASCAR Xfinity Series race that was supposed to be held yesterday. The only race that's been held there so far was on Friday before the rain started, and it was the Truck Series race,
Oh, right.
in which a very dangerous crash happened.
Oh.
Um, one of the trucks in question actually flipped over and kind of slid across the top of a few others.
Yeah.
So yeah, it kind of went on its roof and kind of slid over a few other roofs of other trucks.
Jesus Christ, that sounds rough.
It may be tomorrow because I think there is precedent for NASCAR pushing races over to Monday.
Okay.
Although that will mean they have less time to get to the next track. Because unlike F1, NASCAR does almost exclusively weekly races.
Do they?
Like, there isn't a weekend off now until June.
Okay, so we're gonna have double things of both F1 news and also NASCAR news coming up.
Yeah, but yeah, so NASCAR does races pretty much weekly, so they will only have a few days to get to the next track if they hold it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is basically it for this week's motorsport section because that is all that's happened.
Do the hi properly anyway, Cameron.
Yeah. Hi, hello.
Say their name.
Hi, Ashlyn. I hope I got that right. I think I have. Anyway, shall we move on to this week's entertainment section?
Yep, we might as well.
Well, unfortunately, I have to start this one off with a news.
Oh, come on.
Well, yeah, I know. Like, okay, if you're in the UK and you've ever listened to BBC Radio 2 or even Radio 1 back in the 1980s, you'll be familiar with the name Steve Wright. And unfortunately, at the age of 69 on Tuesday, he did pass away at home.
Oh no.
Yeah. And Steve Wright was on the radio for a very long time. In fact, as I said, he started on BBC Radio 1 back in the 1980s. The mid 80s, I think it was. I may be wrong. But then he finished on BBC Radio 1 in 1995 before taking a few years off of radio to do stuff like Top of the Pops and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually in 1999 returned to radio on BBC Radio 2, where he stayed for the remainder of his career. Because he took up the early afternoon show for most of his time there until 2023, actually last year, when he was taken onto the Saturday afternoon show to be replaced by Scott Mills on the weekday afternoon show.
Yeah, I remember when I was doing my placement there last year and they were talking about it.
Yeah. And then of course he did his what ultimately became his final show last week.
Aw.
Yeah. And he even said, I'll see you all next week. And on Wednesday, when it was announced that he passed, so no one really had time for this. So when Wednesday rolled around, the tributes came pouring in. And I mean from everyone who's ever worked. Yeah, pretty big, below 20 AIDS. Because I listened to Steve Wright growing up a lot. So that was pretty sad news to see, to be honest. But yeah, rest in peace, Steve Wright.
Rest in peace to him.
Yeah, like, and the worst bit was he wasn't too far away from 70 either.
Oh no.
Yeah, I can't remember when his birthday is, but it wasn't long.
Well, sometimes these things happen.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, should we move on to some more light-hearted news from this week?
Yeah, sure. Also, I would like to say I just saw like the number for people watching just yo-yo going up and down.
I know, that was weird.
The count just went down when we talked about the death.
Yeah. Oops.
So the one watching now is technically just me.
Yeah. Oops.
No, but whoever joined, thank you so much so far because we don't usually get that many people coming in at all.
This is true. But yeah, onto some more light-hearted news. Well, if you'll remember to last week, so not this week now, the previous week, I made a video on the Xbox rumors that were flying around.
Yep, remember that one.
And then finally on Thursday evening, the Xbox CEO, Phil Spencer, finally put those rumors to bed.
Yep.
He said that Xbox is not going anywhere. But they a few other consoles, so the Switch and PlayStation. He said there will be 4, but he has not named them.
Oh, that's sneaky. Come on.
Yeah, there have been a few that he said are not going.
Uh-huh.
Well, I say a few, I mean 2. The 2 that he confirmed are not going non-exclusive are, pardon me, Starfield and Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Starfield I get, but Indiana Jones, really?
Yeah, I don't get that one either. But he said those 2 will be remaining Xbox exclusive.
Sure.
But the ones that have been speculated do have me kind of excited, personally.
Which ones? Which ones? Come on.
Well, 2 of the main ones that have been speculated are Forza
Oh boy.
and Halo.
To be fair, both the Switch can handle Forza because we can have motion controls with that. And then Halo on
True.
PlayStation, I think that would work a lot smoother.
It would. Like, I think the Switch could probably handle the older Halo games.
Yeah.
Like, everything up to, well, the end of the Bungie era. So, everything from Combat Evolved to Halo Reach. Hi, by the way. Yeah, so I think they could handle it. The Switch could handle everything from Combat Evolved up to Reach. Beyond that, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. To be fair though, I mean it was about time that Xbox gave up some of their games, considering for PlayStation they gave Kingdom Hearts to multiple platforms.
Yeah, and not to mention they just sacrificed 2 of their biggest exclusives, Spyro and Crash. Was it Crash or was it Ratchet and Clank?
Oh, I think it was Crash.
Yeah, like considering that PlayStation have just sacrificed 2 of their biggest exclusives,
Yeah.
and of course we did get that deal between Xbox and Nintendo last year.
We did. We did.
And currently we haven't seen too much from that. And actually, these 4 games that have been confirmed by Phil Spencer to be going non-exclusive, that it's speculated that those games are the reason that the Nintendo Direct has been delayed.
Oh yeah.
Because usually by now in February we'd have had the Nintendo Direct, wouldn't we?
True, but with this delay at the moment.
But with the delay, I wonder if Xbox said, "Can you hold off for a few days? We just need to make this announcement first."
I mean, it'd be okay to work with your competitors.
Yeah, and again, a competitor that you do have a 10-year deal with. So I expect that the Nintendo Direct may come this week.
Which will be very very exciting if it is, but also I'm gonna have to hope that I'm not at uni when that happens.
Yeah, or possibly the week after, as on Tuesday of next week, so not this week coming, the week after, the 27th, is Pokemon Day.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that announcement. Come on.
And I suspect that if the Nintendo Direct isn't next week, it'll be the week after Pokemon Day, because there is speculation that the final Pokemon games coming to the Nintendo Switch, exclusively, and of course the Switch 2 will have backwards compatibility for a while, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
The last games from Pokemon coming to the Nintendo Switch line will be a Pokemon Gold and Silver remake. Now, I want to just stress this is heavy speculation at the moment. Nothing has been confirmed by Nintendo or Game Freak, but I can imagine it will happen on the 27th.
Look,
And if it does. Oh, what were you going to say? Sorry?
if they end up releasing another version of Pokemon like Gold and Silver, that'll be the third remake. But yeah, it's a really
Yeah,
good
it will, won't it? Yeah. So of course we had the originals. We had Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Still is far too expensive to this day.
Yeah. From what I've heard, that is very much true. And wouldn't this be like the third remake on the Switch?
Yep, because we've had
Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl,
Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. Had Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee.
which is Kanto, so red and blue, basically.
Yeah, we always have a Kanto release on whatever we do.
Yeah. And now if this is true, we'll have Gen 2 as well.
Damn, I'm just thinking now, like different games, because the last time, so Gen 1's had an extra release for the Switch. Gen 2, the last time they've had one is about similar time to Diamond and Pearl when they were first released.
Okay.
For Ruby and Sapphire, they had Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire for the 3DS.
Yep.
Gen 4, we know that that's already on the Switch now. And they also made a prequel for it.
Yep.
Gen 5 made their own sequel after the year after that was released. So
yeah.
But it was still a good game.
Yeah, that was Black 2 and White 2, right?
Yeah, which added a lot more
Yeah.
content to it. Gen 6
Yeah.
is currently the only one. Well, Gen 6 hasn't got a new remake.
Oh.
Yeah, Gen 6 didn't have one because that was on the 3DS, so they've yet to port that to anything else. Gen 7 made a remake a year after it again, like Black and White, so they had Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
Ultra, yeah.
Gen 8, we don't have a remake for that, but they added a lot of DLC for it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Gen 8's too new still.
Yeah, Gen 8 and Gen 9 both have like DLC to go alongside theirs, so that's how they.
Yeah. And I think for Gen 8 and Gen 9, we're not going to see a remake of them for a while.
If at all, we don't know yet.
True, we might not see a remake of Gen 8 until maybe even Gen 11.
No, at some point they're going to have to do a remake of Gen 6. That is the only thing.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of stuff to look forward to on Pokemon Day, so I will be watching that like a hawk. And there's even apparently a Pokemon Presents that day, so that's going to be pretty interesting. So that'll probably give us all the information we need.
Hype.
I know. I am very excited. Also, I tried to do the Pokemon Scarlet Electric Gym the other day.
Oh yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
You really struggled with the electric gym?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
God.
I'm not proud. I'm not proud.
Get a ground type.
I know, I need to.
Get a
But
ground type
because I was
first.
in this new gaming cafe in Wrexham called Retrograde. Really good, by the way. I absolutely love it. Um, and I was there for the Cozy Games Club. And yeah, I thought, let's give this a go. Well, actually, no. I spent most of the time trying to actually find the thing.
Look at the map.
Oh, I know, it was just actually traversing it to get to the electric gym that was the trouble.
You can set the map so it doesn't like turn.
Oh, I know, it was just actually trying to not get lost.
You know what? Okay.
It took a while.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah, so that wasn't good.
For that
But
gym,
then I remembered. Hmm?
yeah. Sorry, just a quick tidbit for you. For that gym, everything apart from I believe two of them can't be hit with like ground type moves. So that
Yeah,
if you so your next best bet if you can't get anything ground based is rock based and grass because grass while grass doesn't do super effective damage, it only electric only hits for half the amount.
right, okay. Um, you also might murder me when you hear my team, because I know there is two Pokemon that shouldn't have been in there.
You left the water types, didn't you?
And flying.
Cameron!
I know! But to be fair, they were my last two Pokemon, so I didn't think I'd get that far, and if I did, I was screwed anyway.
At least have varied moves on them so they can hit multiple types.
Yeah. Because my team at the moment is, let's see if I can remember them all. Crocalaw is the lead. Um, uh, there's one Pokemon I'm blanking on, but I can remember the other four. Riolu, which I still haven't evolved into a Lucario. Ugh.
Not good enough friends with it.
Um, my Skiploom. Um, Fletchinder and Psyduck.
You have three. You have two flying types and a water type. Did you
Yeah,
not?
I realize it's not the best team for this gym. Yeah, believe me, I realize this is not good.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but to be fair, I was going on the process of if I got to Skiploom, Fletchinder, and Psyduck, I was screwed anyway.
Right. Skiploon, you've got like different spore type moves with it. You teach it one of the spore moves, whether it's like like the sleep powder or the
Yeah,
poison powder. Teach it that because that is a
okay,
speed demon. If it's going to go down, it at least is going to do something to the Pokemon.
yeah. Oh, I
Flat.
remember my other Pokemon now.
Yep.
Oinkalone.
Oh, you evolved the Lechonk. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's put that at the front of the party because that can tank.
Ahead of Crocalaw?
Yeah, that can tank because electric will only do minimal damage. Well, like it'll do normal damage to it.
Got it.
And
Okay.
if you're not confident in that staying out, put it back into the party and
Okay.
put Claw back out.
Right.
For the final Pokemon, you can have. I'll warn you now. You can have Oinkolow out for it because uh, you still got the gimmick going on, so you don't have to worry too much about what their last Pokemon is.
Okay. Like, I have figured out what all their Pokemon are now. Like, well, as Miss Magius came out, my Psyduck went, so I knew that that was the last Pokemon.
Yeah. Luckily, because it changes into an electric type, you don't have to worry about normal type not hitting it. So
Okay.
you're able to keep Winklog out for that.
Okay. I'll have a look at all of my Pokemon later and see what would be good stand-ins.
Okay. Do that, then also tell me what their moves are, because I can at least guide you on what they currently have, what they can be taught.
Okay. Right. At this point, I might just go full-blown Ash Ketchum mode and catch them all, and then throw them at the gym, see what I can get.
Yeah. Also, to be fair, at some point, I do have that Charmander for you.
Thank you. I need to set it up. I'll sort it out tomorrow for you.
Sure, I can do it when I get back from uni, because I've got dissertation lesson.
Fair enough, because if I can get my favorite orange dragon boy, I'm gonna be happy.
Yeah, I can get you. Well, I've already got your Charmander ready.
Thank you. Ow. Stupid Knuckles. Oh!
Cameron.
I know. But yeah, I am really enjoying Scarlet so far. I've not really picked it up for a couple of weeks because I've not been too good. But yeah, I am still really enjoying it again. The only thing that's bugging me really is the fact that if you even accidentally walk too close to a really small Pokemon, you are thrown into the battle with them.
Yeah, that's annoying for a lot of people. Don't worry.
Yeah, like if you accidentally walk in the vicinity of a Nimble, ugh.
Oh, don't worry. It's evolution is a pain in the ass to deal with when it's out in the wild.
Oh god. Is it bigger though?
Yes.
Good. At least I'll be able to see it.
Yeah, but it's faster, so at least go on your ride Pokemon when you do.
Yeah, you say that though. I have been caught out even on Koraidon while running.
Yeah, that's also like a minor issue too.
Yeah, like I was trying to get to the electric gym and the amount of times I stopped because of Pokemon. Ugh.
Then go and use like the way to what's the like the free roaming, the auto
Yeah,
battle.
yeah. I could do that. Yeah,
Do battle. Take your time to like instead of rushing there, use the auto battle to like take out the stuff around you.
true. Are they catchable when you do that?
Nope.
Damn.
But what ends up happening is if you end up encountering a shiny, the Pokemon won't attack it. So if you send it out an auto battle and it stops attacking it, chances are
It's
you'll
because it's a
tell
shiny.
it's a shiny, and you'll be able to. And for a lot of them, you'll be able to tell on the overworld that they're shiny, considering they're a different color.
That is very good to know.
So yeah, you can't accidentally kill a shiny unless you physically go into the battle with it.
Okay. Good to know.
But they are exceptionally rare.
Yeah, but yeah, at the moment, I'm just trying to find some of the Gen 1 Pokemon, because again, the only Gen 1 I have currently is Psyduck.
I'd have
Like,
to I'd have to look up which Gen 1 Pokemon are currently in the game because
yeah,
again, I see, which means that there are more in there too.
yeah, like, I've seen a Pikachu, but unfortunately, it wasn't catchable because it was with someone at their picnic bench.
Yeah.
So I was like, ooh, and then I was like, ah,
Dude, if you catch an Igglybuff and evolve it, you've got a Jigglypuff.
true. Like, I
Jigglypuff
was
is
looking at that Pikachu and I thought, I want it. And then the game said no.
You can also catch a Pichu quite early on and evolve that into a Pikachu.
Oh my god, yes.
I'll tell you what, I'll look up where Pichus are now quickly.
Thank you.
It's all good.
And then once I'm done with that, I will come back to the gym and absolutely destroy it.
if you end up struggling to find stuff, Bulbapedia is your best friend.
Yeah, I need to use Bulbapedia a hell of a lot more, actually.
Yeah.
Like right now, I massively underuse it, so I need to fix that, really.
Mhm. Oh, okay. South Province Area 1. So just as you can find a Pichu out there.
Oh,
I'll send you the article now quickly.
thank you. Okay, so they're in Area 1. Huh,
There's a couple of areas.
I've just gotten really unlucky.
Yeah, the South Area 1, South Area 2, and Los Platos.
Oh, okay.
And if you check the terror raids, depending on how badges you have at the moment, terror raid 1-star battles will give you a Pichu as well as a chance.
Okay.
So the beginning area you can find a Pichu, and with friendship you can evolve it into a Pikachu.
Got it. Okay. Huh.
Or if in doubt, I'll just send you one.
I'll see how I get on. I mean, something that I do have cooking, like if I can't find a Bulbasaur,
That won't be until the DLC.
ah, I have an alternative idea.
What's the alternative idea?
Yes, I have transferred my Bulbasaur from Pokemon Go into Pokemon Home.
All right.
So if I absolutely cannot find one when I get to the DLC, I'll just transfer it into Scarlet.
You can transfer it now.
True, but I want to see if I can do it on my own first.
Yeah, you're going to be waiting a while if you're going to do that.
Yeah, I know. I just want to see if I can do it myself first. If I can't, then I'll just slap the Bulbasaur from Pokemon Go in.
Don't worry, I was too lazy to look for certain Pokemon in the DLC, and plus version exclusives, obviously.
Yeah.
So I did what any sane person would do and waited until I knew which Pokemon I needed, and then looked through my different previous games to see which ones I had them in.
Very fair.
The only one I can't get legit is the Conkeldurr because I need to trade someone a girder for that.
Right.
So I might need to do like a touch trade with you so I can evolve a girder into Conkeldurr and get it back so I
Okay.
can finally complete that part of the Pokedex.
Yep, I will see what I can do.
Yay! I can actually complete one of 2 of 3 Pokedexes now.
Because right now I'm trying to avoid uh duplicate Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like for the moment, I'm just trying to fill out the deck, so I'm trying to only catch, if possible, one of every Pokemon.
Oh, that's what I keep doing, don't worry.
And then once I've completed the decks, I'm just gonna, well, catch them all.
When you get to a certain part and you need to find a Ditto, I will at least give you some advice on how to do that.
Thank you, because I can only imagine how tough Ditto is to find.
Same with like Zorua and Zoroark.
Yeah, I had a feeling those were going to be a pain.
Let's talk about the same issue as the Ditto.
Ah, um, but yeah, I need to get back into Pokemon Scarlet really badly because I just haven't picked it up for ages.
Alright, you just take your time with it at this point.
True. But I also feel that I need to level up my team as well.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably not helped.
What levels were they?
Well, my highest level right now is my Crocolore at 25.
Level them up, please.
Yeah, I'll get them leveled up because I had a feeling I was going to be a bit on the back foot.
Go and explore another area instead of, or like wander around the area that you're currently in for the electric type gym.
Yeah, so that'll be Levincia.
Yeah, Levancia. And
Yeah.
also, Look around there because there are Rotons to catch.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. I'll admit, I did get a bit overly confident because I found the pre-gym battle with Nimona pretty easy.
Ah,
Yeah, so I thought, okay, I've got this. Nope.
oh, got this.
Turns out I absolutely did not have that and got utterly destroyed. Well, nah. To be fair to myself, I did hold up quite well for a while. Like,
One day I'm gonna get you to do a Nuzlocke.
huh?
One day I'm gonna get you to do a Nuzlocke.
Okay, question. What does Nuzlocke properly? Again, I'm a Pokemon noob.
Okay, Nuzlocks. For a general way of explaining it, Nuzlocke's the challenges where every route you only get to catch the first Pokemon that appears, and then
Oh,
all and then if they end up fainting in battle, you have to permanently box them. And so you have to try and get through the game with minimal Pokemon, and every time one faints, you can't use it again.
oh, God.
There are like more different clauses at the moment. So there are some like duplicate clause where you can't catch duplicates, which is fine. There's like legendary exceptions where you can catch the legendary in an area. Some people even do it so that you can't use items in battle or use Pokemon centers and stuff. But
Um, right.
Nuzlocke.
That does not sound fun.
Also, if all your Pokemon faint, you lose the run and you have to restart the save file if you want to redo it.
Oh yeah, nah. Oh no.
You also have to nickname every Pokemon you catch.
Oh God. But oh yeah, nah.
You'll be fine.
I wouldn't even make it past the first gym.
Yeah, sure you could. If we're not doing like the super strict rules, sure you could.
Yeah, true.
Because the other strict rules is no over leveling. So
Great. So in other words, let's make this fairly easy game as difficult as humanly possible.
yes.
Oh God. Like my hair would fall out. Because I'd be doing everything in my power to keep that Pokemon from fainting, and I would end up never attacking because I'd just be putting potions in them.
Yeah, that'd be. Well, then, if you go with the strategy of having a grass type to start with, they can learn synthesis, they can learn leech seed,
True.
they can have mega drain or giga drain.
True. But okay, and Nuzlocke sounds like something that I'm gonna do when I'm incredibly experienced in Pokemon.
Well, you could always do it with like Gen 1 because that would be the. Well, I say easiest. It's.
True.
No, actually, it'd probably be easiest in Gen 6, mind you, considering that has the first time. Let me try that again. That was the first time the experience share went to all the party rather than just one of the party.
Ah. Okay.
So that'll be an easier one the for it to start with.
Yeah. Also, just coming back to experience share.
Yeah,
Yikes.
yeah.
The Gen 9 experience share is not good.
What do you mean it's not good?
Like I find it really I personally find it pretty stingy.
Actually, to be fair, it's a lot more generous.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh god.
Think of it this way: Pokemon in the front gets the full amount of any Pokemon that goes in the front, full amount of experience. Anything near the back, it gets a minimum of half.
Yeah.
That's pretty even.
I suppose. Yeah, I am gonna at some point this week. I am gonna try and level up my Pokemon so they're in a better condition to actually tackle the gym.
Yeah. Tell me how that goes.
Will do. And I'll also swap out the Fletch and the Skiploom and the Psyduck.
Definitely the Psyduck.
Yeah.
The other two
I'll
are
just
good
have.
for fodder. Yeah, the other two are good for fodder. The Psyduck is just a no-go.
Yeah. Because to be fair, the Fletchender did hold up quite well.
Because Fletchender split from normal flying to flying fire.
Yep.
So with that in mind, if you had, for example, like Flame Charge or some form of fire move, you could always set the Pokemon on fire, which ain't a bad idea.
Yeah. But as soon as the Fletchender went down, I thought, oh god, here we go.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the third Pokemon went down, so did my Psyduck. And it was over. But the main thing that threw me off is that I wasn't expecting it to be a 4 Pokemon gym.
Well, again, it's going up in like power, so.
Yeah, I just didn't realize because up until then I'd only encountered 3 Pokemon.
Well, some of them are going to be like more 4. I believe that the next couple of gyms are going to be 4.
Okay.
I think they can go up to 5.
Oh god. Yeah, my team's gonna need some major modifying.
Just a little.
But yeah, I think my Pokemon journey. I'm gonna start up again, like probably this week, just try and get a bit more into it.
Yep.
Because again, I know in the guide that I'm following on the internet, there's like 27 things to do pre DLC,
Yep.
and the electric gym is only the 5th.
Yep.
So I've got some work to do.
Bit.
Um. Ugh. Anyway, shall we wrap this one up?
Let's put a nice little bow on it.
All right then. Thank you all for joining me and Roxanne on this 109th AstoundCast. If you've liked the stream, please click the like button, and if you want to subscribe, please click both of our sub buttons, which will be mine will be below the video title, and if you click the video title, you'll head into the description, and then you'll see Roxanne's YouTube channel to subscribe to her. Once you've clicked our sub buttons, please click the bell icons to get our notifications. Comment as well, because why not? And let us know what you thought of the stream, and if you think there was anything that we missed. Once you know that too, please follow me on my social medias, which will also be down in the link tree in the description. And lastly, of course, please check out Roxanne's website as well. And of course, lastly, please do share the this stream, with all your friends. They can join the infinite loop of liking, subscribing, commenting, following, and sharing, and around and around and around that loop. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video, unless we have a fun fact.
For you, specifically for Pokemon, Wailords and Skitties can breed.
Okay.
So Wailord, really big Pokemon, actual whale. Skitty,
Yeah.
tiny little. Because they are in the same egg group, they therefore can breed. And so if you want either a Wailord or a Skitty, as long as you have the female version of either of them and the male version of either a Wailord or a Skitty, you can get it.
Wow.
Yes.
Huh. And on that really interesting fact, I'll see you all tomorrow with another video, and hopefully next Sunday with another stream. Goodbye!